right, hi again everybody. Terry Vanderbeck here with Sanford Health. Today with Sanford Pentagon, joined by sports performance specialist Andy Gillham. Andy, thanks as always for being here. We're going to continue our conversation around sort of the mental side of reopening, resuming sports life as COVID restrictions are lifted. Certainly it could go back the other way, and if it is, we'll talk about that. For the time being, we're hopefully on the positive direction, and so we want to give you guys some insights into that. Andy, there's going to be a lot of different emotions going around dealing with this returning competition or training practice, whatever you want to call it. Let's run through a couple of those, and if you could give us some insights into kind of how to deal with those, or some extra layers that go with those. So the first one is, and we certainly would love this to be the most prevalent, is the ones that are they're excited, they're good, they can't wait, they've been waiting, can't wait to see their buddies, can't wait to get back in the gym, all those things. And at the same time, they may be like being a little too hyped in pregame, might be overexcited. How do we help those kids to kind of like find the proper level of excitement so they're not out either getting hurt or getting gassed or kind of burning themselves out with positive intention?
Sure. Before we get to the specifics, I want to remind us that emotions are these big abstract words that we use the same word to describe so many feelings.
Sure.
Whereas tiny little kids, they cry, right? Because they can't process what's going on. We get older, we don't cry, generally, but we still don't have different words for all the different emotions. So enjoy can be a bunch of, I'm enjoying outside, I'm enjoying my teammates, I'm enjoying the schedule. So when we talk about return and that enjoyment with that emotion, with that happiness feeling, let's start by figuring out what part it is that we're happy about.
Sure.
Are we just, holy smoke, I'm with people again, right? I'm not stuck at my house and, man, love mom and dad, but I'm really happy to see my friends.
Yeah.
Or enjoying the coach-athlete relationship, enjoying the teammates, enjoying competing, enjoying physical activity. Because as much as we try to work out at home, we don't get that same intensity bump. So when we are worried about somebody being overexcited, first, let's be clear on what it is they're excited about. Are they so excited about the teammates that they're not focusing into what the coach is saying? Could that be an example of overexcitement?
Absolutely.
Could they be so excited to be moving physically that there is no barrier, man, I'm invincible and run through that brick wall? That could be it. Could it just be a general, hey, the sun's shining, I'm outside, I'm not on my couch, let's go? That can be another reason to be excited, and then we're not paying attention to our surroundings as much. So positive or negative emotions, we really want to find a way to get from this big abstract thing to something more specific. So that's going to be the step one there. Even in the positive, even in the excited enjoyment piece, we need to figure out what it is.
Yeah, great point. Consistent messaging was where we started with this whole thing, identifying what he missed about it, now identifying what he liked about getting back to it. Another, I think, common level is we're going to see is just some general apprehension. And that might be around, is it really safe, or the germs everywhere, down to the level of I'm going to get hurt. So again, apprehension can manifest itself in a lot of different ways for a lot of different reasons, but again, in general, talk us through those types of emotions.
Well, if it's about the germs, then as an athlete, as a youth, ask what's being done about it. Hey, is this stuff being cleaned? Hey, are the basketballs being wiped down? Hey, are the volleyballs being wiped down? Hey, where's the gear? Hey, it's okay.
Sure.
Like, it's okay to ask that question. Whoever you're working with, Sanford or not, they should be able to answer those questions.
Yep.
And if they can't, then it's your responsibility to, if you're worried about it, again, to ask those questions and do something about it. If it's an injury risk, rely on your training, rely on preparing those fundamentals, rely on good movements, rely on sound coaching, sound fundamentals, and know that you're ready for this. Really though, we're going to come right back to the same, know what it is you're worried about. Is it, I'm so out of shape I'm going to get injured? Is it, I don't know if I want to do this anymore? What is it we're worried about?
Sure, which leads us into our next one, which is the questioning. Again, I think it's easy for kids. They've been playing Call of Duty now. They're not going to school. They're eating Cheetos. They're like, man, this is pretty good. It's just how the other half lives, right? And maybe they like that. And maybe though, they're just, again, what they're compensating for is some apprehension that I'm nervous about getting back into it. It's hard work being an athlete. and it's kind of nice to get a break. Walk us through the questioning and probably helping kids identify how much of that is natural and how much that really might be a sign that, again, maybe your priorities are different than you thought they were.
Yeah, that's a really big one. It really is. And it's tough to sort through because there are some kids out there, and so parents and coaches, we need to understand this. There are kids out there that don't actually want to play sport anymore.
Sure.
There really are. And they've just done it. The 14, 15, 16-year-old kids probably been playing their sport 6, 8, 10 years.
Yep.
This is just what they do. This is what they have done. Oh, it's summer. Grab the ball, grab the bat. Here we go. Oh, it's winter. It's basketball. It's volleyball. Whatever the season is. So their routine just got full stopped, right? Not even a break, just full stopped. Don't really know when everything's coming back all the way. So we parents need to understand that. We need to make sure the kids have a voice to be able to say that. And additionally, the responsibility for that is on the parents, is on the adults, is on the coaches to make that an open space for the kids to say those things. We need to be careful with that.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be very interesting to see after the fact what number of kids, and I would guess most of the scenario, it's not that during COVID they didn't decide they were kind of quietly on the fence before, and maybe this opens the door for them to see what life's like without it. Maybe they go, you know what, I really like math instead.
Sure.
That would be interesting to see research. The last key point here, maybe an emotion that maybe this is an emotion, but kids should feel empowered to be able to voice what they're feeling. Walk us through that and what you mean around that.
Yeah, as much as the previous question was about questioning, that's great. Question it all. Okay to question. Okay to question why you're there. Okay to question why mom and dad want you there. Okay to question your own body in terms of, ooh, that bench press. I used to be able to do that amount of weight.
Sure.
Man, now it doesn't feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
Am I just getting back into it? Is something more wrong? What are we doing here? And it's okay to have those feelings. It's okay to have those questions. But again, it's the adult's responsibility to make the environment something that kids feel empowered to speak in. And whether that's hey, holy smokes, coach, that drill was a little tough for us right now. You got to back us off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Coach then can't come back and hammer them with, no, you're just being lazy. Oh, you should have worked out harder for the 6 months or the 2 months we were on, 6 weeks out. That's not fair. Us adults, we have to be adults. We have to make that environment safe for the kids, safe for what's going on, and empower them. Because ultimately that's what we want, right? Out of youth athletes, we want to teach empowerment. We talk about teaching leadership. We talk about those things. Find me a leader that isn't empowered to use his or her voice. Find me that leader. That doesn't happen. So if we want to create leaders, we want to do that, this is a great opportunity to make sure that we are setting the stage for the athletes to be empowered.
Fantastic point. Empowerment takes some communication too. So if you're an athlete seeing this, don't hesitate to reach out to your parents or your coach and have that conversation with them, and vice versa. If you're a coach or a parent, ask your kids, do they feel like, or make them aware that they can voice to you how I'm feeling, how I'm where I'm struggling, etc. as we move forward. Andy, thanks as always for the great insights. Thank you guys for being here. We will be back again real soon to deal with some more of the mental aspects of return to competition post COVID-19.